Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. Today we're taking a look at DC Forever by WizKids. Now, this game here has an endless combination of heroes and villains that are going to go head to head. And I gotta be honest, I didn't even know this game was coming out, and I love DC, and I really like deck building games. Alright, now this one here, what are we going to do? We are going to pick iconic characters. They're going to be pulled from all the pages of DC Comics. Okay, you're going to form a team of heroes or rogues. So I'm guessing it's heroes against rogues. I'm kind of guessing that. Develop your powers to recruit new characters to your team. Everyone's going to have unique powers. Choose your strategy. Bring the fight to your foes directly or focus on your master plan as you clash at the DC Comics locations. From the shadowy archways of Gotham City to the subaquatic depths of Atlantis. And endless possibilities. Multiple paths to victory. 18 playable characters and hundreds of cards to choose from. No two games will play out the same. Let the battles begin. Now, this is about a 30-minute game, so it's going to be fast. It means you're going to get a lot of play in this. 18 and up and 2 to 4 players. That's what's going to interest me, is 2 to 4 players. All right, now let's get this thing opened up and see what we have inside. Now, this one's not shrink wrapped, but it has our favorite little stickers on the side. So we're going to be peeling those babies off here pretty soon and get those gone. But I don't mind them as long as they're not leaving a gooey residue all over the box themselves. Okay, so let's get this thing open. Let's look inside, and what do we have? Okay, now we're going to start off with a 35-page rule book. This thing is really thick. Let me see if I can crease this middle just a little bit so we can get these pages viewed for you guys a little bit better. Okay, get this in the shot. Now, let's take a look at what we have. And you know what? Let's see. Can we actually get this a little bit? Let's see. We can get this just a little bit closer for you guys. And I'll just zoom in just a hair. Okay, now. Okay, we got the front. No, that little concept or contents right there on the front. A 2-player standard setup and some multiplayer rules. That's what I want to look for. I love those multiplayer rules. All right, especially when it's a team game. All right, so we have our 9 hero characters, 72 hero affiliated cards, and then 9 rogue cards, and 90 rogue affiliated cards. So I'm guessing that's your rogues against your heroes. So our overview, how to play, your decks. All right, your character cards and all your affiliated cards. Affiliated ones must be the ones that you're going to be drawn from. Some scheme cards. All right, now here's your key concepts. We haven't even gotten really much into the rules yet, have we? Resource pool, location deck. All right, now here's your setup for your first game. This is going to tell us how it's going to play. Or set it up, and then we'll get into playing game. I do like, one of the things that look cool in this game, looking at the back, is looks like we're going to have standees for a lot of our characters and rogues, and so you're going to be bouncing around to these different locations. And probably wherever you have both, you're going to kind of compete for those areas. That's just kind of what it looked like for me. All right, plotting stages, playing your card. The planning stages, the confrontation stages, a few stages of this game. All right, hero post phases, complete your schemes. All right, check for winning conditions. We got a maintenance stage. All right, now here's our 2-player standard setup. All right, so here's it looks like a sample setup there. Some multiplayer rules, how to win your multiplayer setup. More in your multiplayer games. I don't know if you guys are interested in this. All right, now hero tactics. So I'm wondering if they're going to talk about each one of the different heroes in here and see what we have as far as your tactics going to go. But it looks like we have Batman, Aquaman, the Blue Beetle. We have Cyborg, Flash, and a Glare. You guys probably are hating me right now. Green Lantern, Superman, Zatanna, and Wonder Woman. Okay. And then for the rogue side, we're going to have the Black Mantis, Cheetah, the Joker, Clarion Bleak, Lex Luthor, Punchline, Reverse Flash, that's interesting, Silver Banshee, and then Sinestro. All right, the Yellow Lantern. And a nice little glossary of all the different terms we're going to see in the game. Wow, another pages of the glossary of terms, and then it looks like we're going to have an overview of a round right here. So your plotting stage, planning stage, your confrontation stage, all the way down to your maintenance. There's a lot to digest inside of that book, but still sounds fascinating. Now, let's take a look at these punch boards. Okay, let's get this little piece of paper off of there, get you going. And I'll tell you what, man, the spacey art on these, I think just looks absolutely fantastic. Looks really cool. Nice little standees and everything. This must be, I'm guessing, maybe some damage counters. Not really sure what those are. All right, and there's your back side of them. Okay. Go to the second board. Take a look at that. Well, I'll tell you, I do like a good DC game. I don't know about you. Marvel or DC? Which one do you prefer? Okay. Which one would you rather play? I know Marvel has the most iconic characters, or maybe more popular characters. Myself, I like the DC. I just really like the DC world. All right, now let's take a look at the standees. And I'm hoping that all the standees are going to fit in here once we put them on. Okay, because you know, I like looking at these little standee here. So it looks like once you put these things on, you can see those little clips right down there. Once you put your standee into these things, you're never going to want to take it off, or it's just going to chew up the bottom of it. As long as I can put the standees in this box and never have to take them off, I'm actually okay with that, because it grips them and you're not worrying about pulling them up and then having them, you know, fall off or anything like that. Okay, now we're going to have our two decks. Looks like, I'm guessing this is going to be all the cards. You know me, I kind of like to just kind of peek underneath these boxes, make sure nothing's hidden. I'm not seeing anything down in there. A lot of heavy card. I'll tell you what. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I have not seen anyone do this before, and this is fascinating to me. So you know how many times you get these inserts, and they just get absolutely destroyed? Look what they did. Look at what they did. WizKids took the time to reinforce, and this is some heavier cardboard too. They took the time to reinforce this and actually give us a cardboard insert that is not going to get utterly destroyed. I absolutely love that idea. Now, if you want to sleeve your cards, you're probably not going to fit them in here, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the good guys. So, all right, just a little extra stuff. You know me, I like to throw in the extras every now and then. You know, make sure we're taking a look at everything. But that's what I do. Okay. But it's these little things like that that just that I really like seeing. Now, it looks like we're going to have some of the row cards are going to be in this deck as well. I'm going to put those off to the side, because there's more I know of these cards than there are of these cards, based on what I saw. Now, let's see. Are we going to have all of our... We're not going to have all of our heroes right up front, are we? I'm going to split this. Okay, now, the backside of all these is going to look the same. So all we have to do is go through the front. Now, you know the rules. Pause it if you want to look at it, or take a little more time to look at it. But I'm just going to flip through them. I'm going to take a look at this artwork. I'm not really paying a ton of attention to what else is going on. I'm looking more at the artwork. But I know we have different symbols here on the side. These are going to come into play for something. Okay, I'm not really sure what though. But I know we have like events. All right, we got some attachment skills. I don't know what this cost down here is going to be. Okay. But I'm just going to take a look at this, and I do love this artwork. Looks like we are going to have some multiple versions of cards. So these must be all the Aquaman related cards. So I'm guessing they're Batman. He's going to have all his cards. Oh yeah, because you got the Batman symbol. So I wonder if that's like a starting deck. So if you're, oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. So if you're playing Batman, then you're going to have the starting cards. Okay, so these are all Batman starting cards. So his starting hand. That makes sense now. Boy, I'll tell you what. I really want to get this one. I really want to get this one played. Okay, Blue Beetle. You know, Blue Beetle's one that I never really paid that much attention to. Don't really know a lot about him. I know they came out with a series on him, but I never got a chance to watch that. If it was good or not, if you've seen it, let me know. I'd be really curious to find out. Cyborg. I'm going to put these down, because now we got Cyborg. Now that I know how these cards are laid out, it's going to make a lot more sense to me. All right. Now the question is, how long is it going to take me to get this game to the table? Oh. Okay. Got the Flash. I like the Flash. Used to watch a lot of that Flash series that was out a long time ago. So, haven't seen in a long time. Green Lantern. Joe Moline from the Green Lantern. Okay. I think I'm also the only one that likes the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. I don't know why, but I like that movie. But, you know, that's just how I am. And Superman. All right. I've always been a Superman fan when I was a little kid. Oh, big Superman fan, big Batman fan. So, I loved reading Superman. Man, okay, I'm going to date myself here. Back when Superman used to have a comic in the newspapers. My folks would always get the newspaper. I'd go get the comic section, and man, I always wanted to. I always went for that Superman comic. All right, and then our last one is Zatanna. Don't know a lot about her and her sleight of hand. And there we go. Now that looks like that is all of our hero cards. Okay, so the nice thing is now all our hero cards are upside down and backwards because all the characters are on the bottom of their individual decks. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. So we have the Black Mantis. Okay, now we'll start going against all the bad guys. All right. Black Mantis, I always thought was kind of an interesting character. The cheetah, dedicated to the hunt. All right, and I hope this is coming in and focus good for you guys. Okay, still on the cheetah? Yeah, we are. All right. Okay, sorry about that. All right, and we got the Joker, but you know what? The Joker, his cards are going to be right there. So let's do this. Let's put these cards. We're just going to put them because they actually went with this deck here. So let's get these cards out. Okay, let's see if we can get this opened up. I keep forgetting I have you zoomed in just a little bit too, don't I? So I keep moving things around off the camera. All right. Oh, you know what? It looks like we're actually going to have some more stuff down at the bottom of this too. All right. Okay. But we'll get to that part as we go. All right, so let's get to the Joker. All right. I do like the Joker. All right, let's take a look at what he's got. His smiley. Yeah. See, and I really like the old Michael Keaton Batman with the Joker. That was fun too. All right, Witch Boy, Clarion Bleak. Okay. See, I think DC has got they got some really weird characters. I think that's what I like about it. It's like their characters are just like, huh? Whereas, Marvel, a lot of them are just kind of straightforward. So I was never into the groups, like, your X-Men's and your Avengers and stuff like that. I mean, I enjoy like all the movies when they came out, but I was never into the really groups. I just liked all the individuals. Although I did like the Defenders. All right, we got Punchline. Toxic Gas. Let's see, got her dagger. All right, we got her. Get it there. Oh, looks like we got a couple more for her. Let's just finish off all of hers. Okay, all right. And then let's get all these cards out of the way. I'm going to have to go through and reorganize that stuff later, aren't I? All right, now we're going to have the Reverse Flash. I always thought the Flash was an interesting character. I always thought he should be able to do more with his power, especially the way he can, like, almost, what is it? He can just move so fast, transfer between almost the different worlds and whatnot. The Silver Banshee. Then again, I guess he would throw timelines all out of whack and break all of the timeline rules if he did that, huh? All right, and Sinestro. The Yellow Lantern. I always liked the whole Green Lantern. I really like the Green Lantern stuff. The whole cosmic forces or heroes. I always thought that was really cool. Okay, let's get these put in here. Now, let's take a look at what else we're going to get. We have Harley Quinn. Okay, and there's Black Adam, Red Hood, the Peacemaker, Orphan, and Frost. Now, let's see. For the heroes, I'm guessing these are going to be like the little schemes, or these might be the locations. So we got the hero and the rogue. So we're probably going to be setting out a bunch of these locations. All right, and they're going to be two-sided. So I'll tell you what, we'll do this. Okay, so we got the Daily Planet. Okay, Chemical City. I know you guys could probably read these upside down. Text on some, not on others. Is the text on both sides the same? Yeah, the text on both sides is the same, so I don't necessarily need to flip them around. So as long as you can read the one, then you should be good to go. All right, so that looks good there. Now, what do we have? What's on the back side of all these? Okay, and some players. All right, so we have this renown. Add 1 renown to your resource pool. All right, add 2 renown to your resource pool for this prestige card. 3 for this fame card. I'm not really sure how those are going to come into play. All right, here's your 2-player reference card. There we go. It's got our damage, draw card, citizens. Okay, discard from play. Now it's our renown, infamy, threshold, and our, okay, there we're starting cards. Okay, symbols. And then here's what everything is going to be, which is nice. And there's a round summary for 2 players. Take a look at that. Okay, now get those out of the way. If you want to play multiplayer, everything looks here is going to be the same. It was what it looks like, but that's going to be your round summary for your multiplayer. Take a look at that. Okay, and they give you 4 of those. Look at that. 2 for the 2-player game, 4 for the 4-player game. Ah, WizKids, love you. Okay, you are always thinking. Now, there you go. Wow, that's it. Okay, and there you go. That is a ton of cards we're going to get with this game. It's going to be a nice little 2-player game, possibly a little 4-player game if you like playing it that way. Me, personally, I want to try this both. I would love to get a 2-player and a 4-player version of this. I really want to see how that difference is between the two because that just fascinates me. All right, let's get all this back in the box. Everything fits nice and tight. I'm going to get the stickers off that thing here pretty quick. Just because I can't stand those little stickers when they get sticky. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. DC Forever. Hey, tell me down below in the comments, what is your favorite? Are you DC? Are you Marvel? I always like to hear the differences between the two and why people like one over the other. Okay, I just like the uniqueness that DC offers over the Marvel. But Marvel does have some great characters as well. But there you go. If you're interested in seeing this game or playing this game as well, let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.
I used to know Cyborg. Swedish fellow, ate lots of cabbage.